is Anne, and this is Toby, and welcome to a Tobyknits Flosstube, episode 62. If you're new here, grab a cup of tea and get comfy, because today we're going to talk about the cross stitch. Cross stitch is my favorite craft. I love knitting, which I talk about on Mondays, and crochet. But I really love cross stitch. I have stitched since I was about 17, and I stopped cross stitching for about 15 years, which is very bizarre. Might even have been a lot longer than that. And it's like about 2007, 2008, I stopped cross stitching. I think it was to do with my eyesight at the time. But then during COVID, I picked it back up again and I have fell madly in love with it. And so I have lots of different stitching projects on the go. And I have a special way of working it because there's only so many hours in a day. I also knit. I quilt. I look after my grandbabies sometimes. It's a good job I'm retired. Oh, yes. But I have a system, as you do. And the system is this. Each day of the week, I have a different project that I work on. Do they get done quickly? No, because I'm only putting in 2 or 3 hours each day to each project, and it only gets dealt with once a week, although sometimes twice, because Wednesdays I let the wheel pick the project for the week. So sometimes one of my projects gets a second go, but on the most part, they're slow going. But I don't care, because for me, it's just the enjoyment of having a different thing to stitch each day and not be bored to death with one particular stitch. Are you with me so far? Okay, so are you comfy? Let's get comfy. And I'll run through my week with you. Mondays is New Start Monday. And each month I started out doing it that I was just going to do a new start till I decided I needed another new start, which was roughly every 3 weeks. And then I thought, no, that's too many. And I don't get enough time to spend on that new start. So I decided in February that each month I would have a new start, and for that month I would work on that particular project on Mondays, and that project then gets thrown into the wheel, so at some point later in the year it could still come up. So roughly I should have 12 big new starts, because Tiny Tuesday doesn't count. So the new start for this month is called the Sewing Bee. And this one is a project that I got in the Bothy Threads Advent Calendar. And this is what it looks like. Isn't that cute? So there were 5 projects that we got in the Bothy Thread Advent Calendar. And this was the first one I wanted to start. It's very small. So I have managed to start, this is what I did last night, because today is Tuesday for me. And I did these little banners, and this is the start of the spool. And, oh, that's a beehive or something, I think. Yeah. So that is where I have got to with that. That was 2 hours worth of work while I was sat watching TV. So I have figured out that I think I can finish it this month. My friend Diana said, you can easily finish that this month then. You've got 5 Mondays in the month. Is she right? Yes. And you know what she told me too, which blew my mind? Do you remember last week when I showed you, when we did the planning, and I showed you there was one where it had a little needle, and I thought that was cute. That was to divide the month, because there are 5 Mondays. I did not see that. She did. I thought that was great. Thank you, Diana. So anyway, I have figured out that Next Monday, I can finish this off and possibly the thimble. I can finish this off the following Monday and that. And then I'll have the bee and then the back stitch. I feel like I might be able to do that in a month. What do you think? You think I can finish this in the month? That would be super cool. So anyway, that is my new start Monday and my Monday project for the whole of this month. So let me just put this away. And all of my bags I make myself. This is just a really sweet pattern. I think the pattern came from, found it online, or the tutorial. Oh gosh, I forget her name now. I can see her face. Elizabeth. I'll put a link if I can find it. And I added a little stitch marker and I put these little tags on so I know what's in each bag. That's Monday. Tuesday is Tiny Tuesday. And the point of Tiny Tuesday is in April, I'm going to Stitch North. And the plan is I'm trying to make small projects that I can take with me and do the trade on a Saturday. I think they have some swap thing that you can do. So I have been finding all small projects that come free with magazines, mostly the British magazines. And this is one of the projects that I found. Now, the problem with this is I've had this for years and years, and it came with this, I don't know if it was a magazine or if it was like a subscription that you signed up to years ago. Do you remember when you used to get them monthly, like cooking cards, or you could get monthly knitting things and they came in a binder? I feel like that's what this was years and years ago. And of course I can't find the binder and I can't find the pattern or anything. So what I did was I redid the chart using this picture in my software that I have. And that's what I've been using to stitch it, which has helped. And this is where I'm up to. Oh, let's put it on there. That'll be easier. Look how cute it is. So this is plastic canvas. And the plan is once it's all stitched, I will cut around the outside edge of the bunny and put the magnet in the back, and it will be a fridge magnet. So this is my Tiny Tuesday. This is what I did last Tuesday. So this will be what I work on this afternoon or tonight, depending on what I feel like doing it. So that, and I'm hoping to finish that today. So that will be, or at least all the stitching, and then I can do the back stitch next Tuesday. So that is Tiny Tuesday. Wheel Wednesday is I take the 6 regular projects I'm working on and any previous ones, so new starts from January and February, and a Christmas one I had not finished, a stitch along, and they're in the wheel. And then the wheel will pick for me what I'm going to work on for the Wednesday. And last Wednesday, the wheel picked Sally for me. And Sally was my January new start. So I started this on the 1st of January. And oh, let me show you the picture. Here is Sally. She's a beautiful lady. Reminds me of my mum when my mum used to wear big floppy fancy hats like this. And my mum had big eyes. So I think this is super pretty. So that is Sally. And I have got this far with her. This, if I can find a picture of where I was last time, I'll put it here. I feel like I have a picture. And then that's, so I got more of this done this past week. I filled a lot more of this in. There's a lot of white and very pale colors there. It's sort of hard to see. I'm sure once it's backstitched it'll be easier, but this is the orchid in her hat, so I got quite a bit more of that done. So that was Real Wednesday. Every time the needle comes off in here, because when I stitch, and I have my stitch marker on, which I made that myself too, by the way, I always put the needle on the back when I finished, because typically after you've finished your stitch and you turn your fabric over to run through the back and snip off, you're already on the back of the work. So I pull the needle out after I've run through and drop it on the back of the magnet, snip off, turn over, get my new piece of floss, and then grab the needle from the back. So I always just leave it on the back. I've always done it that way. And then the front is just pretty. Thursdays, I work on Little Owl. And Little Owl is a historic sampler company stitch along. Now, I am so behind with every one of these. It's ridiculous. Because again, I only stitch for the 2 hours each week on it, right? It's not a big thing that I do. And this is a fabulous, I love the historic sampler companies stitch alongs. There was one that the first one I did was in November, December, and that was Robin, the Patchwork Robin, and that was lovely. I haven't finished it. I'm almost finished, but not quite. And it's in the Wheel Wednesdays. And then I did this one, which is the gorgeous Owl Patchwork. And this is really a sweet one because each of the corners will have the patchwork, and there are 4 owls, a beautiful house in the middle, and then 4 sets of trees, but the trees are all different. So this week I worked on the rest of, I wondered what that little tiny bit was there. It must be the doorknob. I worked on the house. So I finished all the roof and started coming down the side of the house. So that was what I worked on last Thursday. It's cute, right? It's really sweet. I'll actually show you a picture of, if I can find it, the whole thing now. Because this one has finished and there's a new one starting. Oh, I'm going to tell you all about that after, because, oh my goodness, I feel like I need to do a stitch along with that in order to keep myself actually on track. How, I don't know, but maybe you guys can help me. And I feel like we need to do a couple of live stitch alongs too. What do you think about that? I know I've mentioned it before and a few of you have said yes, you'd love to do them, but I feel like I need to schedule them a bit more. But anyway, that's Little Owl. I love it. You can still get that. You can get it as a PDF. They're not expensive, the PDFs, honestly. They might even have some of the kits left. I'm not sure. You can always check their website. I will leave the link below to it. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. I really enjoy it. Friday nights, I work on The Secret Grove. Now, this is by Needlelot Designs. And this is a lot of fun too. This is a stitch along that has been going since September or October, I feel like, last year, and it goes all the way till May. So it started out with, I love this fabric, the tree. So we started out with this part of the tree. That was like number 1, which had the most in it. Then number 2 was this and our owl, I think. Number 3 was the rest of the tree and the mushrooms. And then all the rest of it moving down is going to be all the other animals that live in this secret grove, what they eat and what they are famous for or do. So I am now at this part. This is part 4. Part 7 is out this week. So as you can tell, I'm miles behind with this too. But again, I only stitch it once a week. But it's absolutely amazing to stitch. This is going to be a chipmunk. And here was where I was last time. So I have done basically all of the chipmunk. Not all of the chipmunk, but that's all I had worked on this past week. But aren't the colors gorgeous? This fabric is beautiful. I really think it's making this stitch. It is 32 count Lugana, and it is called Orchid, something Orchid. It's beautiful. I love this. I really am enjoying this stitch though. Aren't the colors amazing? They just totally pop. So there is an acorn under here, and then this is the really pretty little chipmunk. I have tons of chipmunks in my garden, so it's kind of really fun to work on it. And I really do enjoy working on a new cross stitch each night. It gives me something to look forward to, and I don't get bored, which is really good. Now Saturday and Sunday is WIPGO, so it's the only sort of challenge that I'm doing in the cross stitch world. Yeah, I was going to do another one, a stitchy challenge or something, but no. So anyway, but I'm doing WIPGO. And the 2 new numbers were called for March. So I was very excited about that. And the 2 are 2 new ones to me. They're not an older one. Like for the month of January, I think I had Peter and Peeking Puppies. Then in February, I had Peeking Puppies again and Roses. And then this month, I have got 2 fabulous ones to show you. And this is another bag I made. I don't really like these type of bags, but anyway. This is a project that I started in 2007. It was a kit. And both my boys play hockey, and we had a dog. We still have a dog. And when they were younger, the boys played hockey, and one was a goalie and one was a player. So when I saw this, I wanted to stitch it right away. And this is where I had got to when I put it away in 2007. Such a long time ago. It's got marks on the fabric from the needle. A lot of the stitching in this is half stitches, like in the clouds. But isn't it gorgeous? How do you, I don't know why I stopped stitching it. So as you can see, I finished off the boy, the goalie, although I haven't got one of his legs here with the pad, but this is finished. My plan for this is I would like to, there's some more that has to come in the net, I believe. And once I've done that, some of the stitches there, I then want to outline the net, the dog, and the boy here before I then move up and finish up. There's a house here and the wheel, and then so that this whole one side will be finished. So if I can get all that done this month, that'd be brilliant. This is in once or twice as well, so with a bit of luck, but isn't it gorgeous? And it's so funny because it takes ages when you haven't stitched something for such a long time. Like it takes ages. I had to go through because I kept thinking, why is that stitch thicker than that? And I had to go, and why is that not as thick? And so I had to go through all the instructions all over again, because you're so naturally just want to sit there and stitch with 2 threads. That's, you know, that's what we normally do, right? And of course, I had to read the instructions, because in some instances it's 5 threads or 3 threads. And I'm like, what? So that was interesting. And it's the same with this one I'm going to show you next. So this one is another cute bag that I made. I got this lovely fabric from my friend. I've made her 2 bags like this and another bag. And I've got some more fabric that she gave me to make some more Christmas bags for her. But this one is a dimensions kit. I don't remember when I got this. I feel like this might have been, because the thing there is cut off, so I don't know what year this was. It doesn't actually say anywhere on here. But anyway, this is a really nice family tree one. And now that all my boys are married and all my grandchildren are born, and we don't think there'll be any more, I can fill all my tree in now, which would be lovely. So here was where I was at it, and when I stopped in whatever 2000 and whatever year that was. And here is where I am now. And again, this is another one where I had to really be careful, because the majority of the stitches are 3 threads. And funnily enough, again, I had put this down and not stitched it for ages, and then picked it up and carried on. And when I had first started this guy, I had, as you could see from the previous picture, I was up to maybe here. And then I had to read the instructions again, and it said everything is 3 threads, unless it's the back stitch. So I started with 3 threads and then realized, oh, the bottom of this looks like it's only 2 threads, and it was. So what I did, rather than pull it out, I cheated like mad, and I just did 1 extra thread on top of the 2 I already had. And you can't tell the difference, can you? So yeah, and I feel like, I'm not sure, you can see where it is. And I had to look on the back, like here, so here, and I had to count the threads that were loose there, and I thought, yeah, I did do 3. I did. There was 3 strands all the way through. So I don't know why this one, I had started it with just 2 strands. Very bizarre. So that's what I got done on Sunday. This is my Sunday stitch for the month of March. So I'm really pleased with how that turned out. So yeah, that is how my weeks go. So tonight is Tuesday, so I'll be working on the bunny tonight. But one of the things we have to do is we have to do this week's Wheel Wednesday. Okay, so here's how my wheel works. In my wheel, I have the New Start Sewing Bee. I have Little Owl, Secret Grove, the 2 new WIPGOs, Rivelry, and Family Tree. And I also have Little Owl, I already said that. I also have First Holiday, which was the February's New Start, and I have Sally, which was the January New Start. And what else have I got in here? So I've got all the New Starts. I've got Little Owl, Secret Grove, Rivelry, Family Tree. So let's see what Wednesday's stitch will be. Oh, good. Little Owl. Because that'll give me 2 full days to work on it. And catch up. So that's awesome. So I'm pretty good. So I'm going to write that down quick so I don't forget. Little Owl. And that is a great segue into me telling you about the new stitch along that's coming. So they're open now for sign-ups. Let me just get the information so I can tell you. It looks like it's going to be gorgeous. It is, come on, oh, I have the information about the new SAL. So it's going to be called the Secret Garden SAL. This beautiful design is a fabulous celebration of blooming summer gardens featuring gorgeous trailing plants and cottage garden flowers. Our favorite garden animals make a welcome addition too. The project has been designed in-house by Historical Sampler Company. And let me just show you a picture here. Sneak peek. Isn't that gonna look so cute? And you can get it as, there are several different ways. I'll leave a link below so that you can go in and take a look at it. You can get just the PDF, you can get the fabric in the floss, you can get the box, which comes with all kinds of things like needle minders and candy and all kinds of other stuff, scissors, really cute stuff. So you can get all of that based on, you can get linen, you can get Ada, you have so many choices. It's amazing. So go check that out. It's open now, and I believe it starts March the 31st. You get the first clue. So I'm super excited about that. The other thing I'm really excited about is their sister company is called Cotton and Twine, and they put out boxes each month. You can get just one box. You can get 3 months worth of boxes. You can get a whole year's worth of boxes. And I am not kidding you. These boxes are amazing. Inside each box is a project for you to make, the complete project. If it requires a frame, the frame is in the project box. The next one that's coming, and they've sent it to me very graciously. I'm so excited. Can't wait to get it. It is the March box. They send the boxes out towards the end of the month. I think it's the 23rd or 25th of the month. So you can subscribe now, and this will be the box you're going to get. And it is called, closing date is March 25th. It comes, the full kit comes with Ada or linen. And this month, the design is going to be finished as a pillow. So they give you the gingham for the back, the cream braid, everything you need to finish this project. And I have wanted to do a cross stitch that's a pillow. So I think we all need to do this one as a stitch along as well. What do you think? You get a gorgeous exclusive bare needle minder. You get a cute bear, is a really nice design by Yasmin Designs, and a sweet treat, a bag of grizzly bear sweets. Oh, I can't wait. And it's all a bear theme. Here are some pictures of what it's gonna look like. Oh my goodness, I am so excited. So that is coming, and I really think you guys should sign up for it. It's not terribly expensive. The box is £20. £20, that's nothing, considering all the stuff you get in it. For Ada or 22 for linen. And, they're offering a very good incentive for you guys. Are you ready for this? They're gonna offer a 15% discount to new subscribers if you use code FIRST15 at checkout. I will leave all this information below. So you really do need to go and sign up for these boxes because they are amazing. So when it gets here, I'm gonna open it and show it you. And then I'm gonna have a look and see how we can break it down and make a little stitch along out of it. What do you think? I think that's a great idea. I do. Okay. That's all I have for you right now. I'm super excited for all those new things that are coming. I am very excited to get stitching today. It's been snowing all morning. I did move all my living room around this morning. We got new curtains, basically, is why I changed everything around. We had blinds, those slat blinds, and we took them off and got new curtains from IKEA. And we put them up last night. Bob worked really hard last night putting them up, and they look fabulous, but it made my living room look different. So I wanted to change the living room around and make it more, it's definitely more cozy. So I'm super excited to get stitching this afternoon in my cozy spot. I have a window seat now if I want to sit there, or I have 1 or 2 couches I can pick up. Isn't it funny? Little things like that make our day, right? Just because we've changed the living room around, you feel like you have a whole new house. Anyway, I'm going to go and have another cup of tea. This one is cold. I hope you have a fabulous week, and I will see you all next Wednesday for another floss tube. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell your mates. Okay, bye.